Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of January 8th through January 14th. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Now we're going to take a look into your general energies for the week. It's very important that you remain open and receptive to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. I can read the energy that comes through, but I can't always make sense of it. Very often the final step is up to you. Well, I've got the Art or Temperance card to start us out today. This is a beautiful card, beautiful energy. Let's see what it might indicate for us for this week. All right, well. Interesting. I wonder if this air sign is back in your life again. I know for the past, it seems like several months we've had this air sign person that's been causing a bit of mischief for you. Okay. What we have this week is a real tempering of the energies. Okay. I think that this is a few things. And I think it'll become more clear once we put this into some context. But this card's saying, look, don't overreact. Okay, temper your reactions. Don't fly off the handle. Don't allow your fiery energy, which is kind of latent in the Capricorn energy, right? Don't let that explode, and don't allow that to become this volcano of magma that's just gonna like melt the entire city down. Maintain your composure. Okay, I think it's gonna be a bit of a trying period for you this week, but you can do it. And I think the first message of this card is just temper that fire energy. Don't lose your temper in this thing, okay? There's somebody in your life right now that is being a little bit too clever, a little bit too scheming. Okay, there's some plotting going on here. All right? This Mercury energy, this trickster energy, it's someone who's very intelligent. It's a mind that is shimmering with ideas. But with those ideas come schemes and plots and this kind of deceptive attitude. So it feels to me like there's some kind of a scheme going on, right? And I think you're going to understand it. You're going to like realize this. You're going to uncover this problem, okay? And that's why we see this temperance card, this art card, because you have to be very masterful, very artful when you deal with this situation, right? When you find this information out, when you uncover this kind of plotting and scheming person, you're going to have to be very careful how you handle it, okay? And it's definitely a delicate situation, and it's going to require a lot of skill and tact and subtlety on your part. Okay, you can't just lose your temper and fly off the handle. That's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt them. Okay, so let's see if we can get into this a little bit more and find out who this person is or what this might be about. Recent past, we see this Eight of Discs or Pentacles. I think this is really kind of summarizing the last couple of readings that we've had for you. And this was things getting back on track. We thought that we had overcome this mischievous air energy person that we had in the readings. And things were getting back to normal. Things were kind of going slowly, building back up again. The routine was starting to get reestablished. Things were good. You were putting in the right attention to this this business that you're growing, or this life that you're trying to organize and build up, right? I don't know. It seems like in the past this was more about a business that you are involved in, or you're running, or you're the owner or something. But this could be literally like in your household. It could involve the people that you live with, could involve your circle of friends. I don't know. It probably varies for a lot of you out there. But it's definitely something that has started to get back to normal recently. Okay. And this is the, this is you really nurturing the growth of this business or of this life in general. Really taking it slow, the right sunlight, the right soil, the right amount of water, the right kind of plant food or whatever, hopefully an organic one. And you're doing all the right things to get this business or this life the situation growing again, prosperous again, to bring it to fruition, right? So I think this is kind of the summary of the past few readings for you. And this is where we've been. This is kind of the track that we've been on. This kind of slow growth, a lot of attention, a lot of caution and care, and really nurturing this thing back to health, right? Back to prosperity. And then, of course, this week we've got all these major arcana. We've got this Mercury and this Temperance card, the Magus and the Art. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll come back to that. I think beneath the surface, there is always this concern of the instability. So if this is a business that you're involved in, or that you're the owner of, or you're running the business, it's always uncertain. The ground is always kind of shifting beneath you. And you're having to kind of do a balancing act, do a little dance to keep up with it, right? Just to keep things standing, okay? And this is also you feeling like your responsibilities are in so many different areas. It's like you've got all these plates spinning. This is kind of the bird's eye view of all these spinning plates. You've got a lot going on, and you're in charge of a lot. And I think deep within you, in your soul, I think you feel some anxiety over this. You feel kind of tired about this. You feel like something really does need to kind of change about it. I don't know what that has to do with this plotting and scheming person, but maybe this is going to have a different ending than we think. Maybe there's going to be some kind of positive change that comes out of all of this. And I know that this is a big factor for you. I think it has been for several readings back. So maybe someone can go watch some of the older readings for Capricorn and see what kind of continuity we have with this, at least with this energy. But I feel like you've been pretty stretched, maybe a little overwhelmed. And I think it's something that you definitely feel that's affecting you. It could be affecting you physically, just with your energy levels, or getting like little colds all the time. Could be affecting your immune systems, things like that. So this is a big factor in what's going on. And then, of course, we've got this situation this week with this plotting, scheming, clever, mischievous person here that we see with Mercury, Hermes, the trickster, the Magus. All right. Let's go above the path of the dove here. 10 of Cups. This could be an indication of what this person's beef really is. What is going on with them? Why are they plotting and scheming, right? It could be that they feel rather restricted or held back in some way. It could feel like they have now kind of outgrown their cage. They've outgrown their container, right? And now they're starting to push back against that. They're starting to figure out how they can kind of bust through the walls or bust through the ceiling, right? Because they're just being kind of held back. They're being prevented just by the structure of the building, really. They're being prevented from expanding, from growing, from progressing, from ascending, maybe in the corporate world or in the business. They've reached the limit, and they feel like they're being contained. Okay? I think that's part of their motivation. So this could be, a coworker or a subordinate that expects more opportunities for growth, but they're just not there. Maybe this is a family business, and there's only so far you can, elevate someone or promote someone, So it could be, and it could be in the family member situation too. It could be in the domestic sphere. It could be a sibling or a relative that feels like they're being kept down. They're being kind of suppressed. They're not being allowed. It's almost like their wings are clipped. I keep seeing a bird in a cage. So it's almost like something is going on, and they feel, I'm not saying this is true, but they feel like their wings are clipped, and they can't fly. And it's because of something going on in this business or in this family, in this situation somewhere. Okay. So I think this is part of their motivation. What I see in the future, the immediate future, is this death and rebirth card, right? People see the death card, they think, oh man, it's going to be disaster. Things are just going to crumble down and be destroyed, and that's it, game over. It could be that. It could be that if that's how you take it, okay? But in every death, there is a rebirth. In every destruction, there is a creation, right? Everything always implies its opposite. So yeah, this could be really the dismantling of the system as it is now. It could be a restructuring of the business, of the family dynamic, of whatever realm this is occurring in. There's going to be some major change, okay? And it may feel a little destructive at the beginning, but I think that it is an opportunity to rebuild things in a better way that's going to be more beneficial for everyone. I don't know with this Mercury energy, with this kind of plotting and scheming person that we have here, I don't know if they have any malicious intent. I don't know if they're out to hurt you for some reason. I don't think that's it. I think they're more kind of just career-minded or business-minded. They're more concerned right now with their own ascendancy than they are with, what is right, what is proper, what is respectful. They're not so concerned with that. They're not intentionally trying to hurt you, but they're looking out for themselves. They want to succeed, and it seems like they're gonna do it by any means necessary, kind of. Okay, and again, it's very important how you handle this person, this situation, and I think how you handle it, your masterfulness, your art, your tact, your strategy, is really going to determine the nature of this death card in the immediate future. Is this going to be just ruin and destruction and suffering and disaster? Or is this going to be an opportunity to rebuild better? An opportunity for new growth? An opportunity for a new kind of unforeseen future? New potential, new possibilities for beautiful growth and success. And maybe in some ways it is raising things down, burning things down and nourishing the soil so that you can start this growth process again, and this plant, this life, this business that you're growing will be bigger, better, stronger, healthier, it'll happen faster, etc., etc. I don't know all of the details. See, the way I approach tarot is the cards are always right, but sometimes as the interpreter, I might not understand a particular situation fully, right? There's a lot of details I don't know. So I'm just asking you to try to connect directly with these cards, use your own intuition to kind of take you beyond just what I'm saying, okay? We're going to move over to the path of the Serpent now, because I think there's a lot of court cards over here too, right? A lot of earth, a lot of air energies. We had all of our major arcana right here in these three. I think these three are the main kind of theme of the reading here. There is this plotting and scheming going on. You have to be careful how you handle it. And it could either be a complete disaster and ruin and destruction, or it could be an opportunity. And that all depends on this art or temperance card right in the middle of things. And that's you. But I think we had all these other factors that need to be taken into account when we begin to uncover what this plot is. Okay. The first card we see is your general energy. I think you've been a little detached, not detached in like an objective way, but aloof, kind of, right? Like not present with people. I think it's possible that you maybe have seen this coming, or you would have already understood or learned about it, or maybe even prevented it if there was more kind of soul-to-soul connection with the people involved. I'm not saying this is your fault. I'm not saying you caused this or that you deserve this, okay? What I'm saying is that you have a little bit of a disconnected energy with the people involved, okay? And that, whatever effect that might have on things, I don't know. But with the Ten of Swords here, it does feel like maybe they've tried to drop hints, or they've tried to approach you with some concerns. And because you've got all of these plates spinning, because you're so busy, that the communication just wasn't here. You weren't mentally available at the time. And again, that's completely understandable. Not saying this is your fault, not saying that you deserve it or that you've done anything wrong. Okay? but I feel like this is the general vibe lately. And this could just be how they perceive you. They perceive that you're not available to talk, that you're not there, that you don't care, that you're disengaged when you are having a conversation. You know, that could be just their perception. Here is that culprit themselves, that air sign person again. I thought we got rid of them. I really did. I thought that this situation with the air sign person was over. It seems that they are back, and you know, this is why I feel like this is a family business. I've always felt this way. That in some way, like, you work with your family or something. So you can't just like dismiss this person and that's the end of it, never have to see them again, because they're still your family. So I feel like they're still around because they're family, because you kind of have some sort of obligation to them, that you can't just dismiss them outright. Anyway, whatever the scenario is, they're back. And I think they really have had an opportunity. I think they're very intelligent, right? We've got this Mercury card. Mercury is not a dumb energy. They're not a stupid person. They want what they want, and they're going to go after it in the most subtle and clever and conniving, kind of plotting and scheming way if they have to. Okay? They're not intentionally setting out to hurt you, but they're going to do what they need to do to get what they want. And I'm not quite sure what they want. We saw a little bit of possibilities with the Ten of Cups, that maybe they feel like they're in a cage that's too small. Maybe they feel like their wings are clipped. Something like that could be a motivating factor. Okay. The next two cards that we see are both these Earth energy cards. So we're going to take these together, the Prince and the Knight of Pentacles or Discs or whatever. So it could be that there are some older male Earth energies in your life. Right? In Earth energies, it could just be the people who are in this business with you, doing the day-to-day labors, the day-to-day work with you. Okay? Some other hardworking people involved. It could be that you need to elicit their assistance, or have a conversation with them, or that you need to delegate some of your work to one of them and go have a kind of secret conversation with the other one to figure out what to do. Okay? So if I feel like some of your energy is this Five of Discs, where you just got so much going on, so many plates are spinning, give a few of those responsibilities to this Knight of Pentacles, the person that you trust, to take care of that stuff, while you go and have that secret meeting with this other Earth sign person, or this other coworker or family member, sibling. I think male energy, probably a little bit older than you. And they'll be the ones that you can kind of strategize with. Okay, so I think there are two other people here that are allies of yours. And they may not be Earth sign people, but maybe. But I think that since you're a Capricorn, you're the Earth sign, I think you share that quality with these two cards, so that we're all on the same team kind of vibe. And I think one is the person that you can delegate some of your responsibilities to. The other is the person that you can work on the strategy and figure out, okay, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? What do we do about it? All right. I think that is probably a good strategy, a good flow of energy. Now, I realize that we forgot to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card today. So what we're going to do is take our Antique Anatomy Tarot deck, which is a brand new deck. Haven't even broken this one in yet. And we're going to do our little mystery card, bonus card, a little extension for you right now to see if we can get any other clarity, any like details that might be important to our understanding. Right? A little bit more clarity wouldn't hurt anything. So we can say that this is our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I can't believe I forgot that at the beginning. It's usually part of my, my complete little ramble at the beginning of the videos. That we talk about the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We'll see if this can maybe tie the reading together or give us the confirmation that we're looking for. We've got a Five of Blades, as they're called in the Antique Anatomy, Five of Swords. This is definitely showing this difficult conversation needs to be had. This kind of is you with your own cleverness, right, with your own mental energies, your own strategy, your own plotting and scheming, you're going to defeat this person's plotting and scheming, right? It's kind of this real cloak and dagger kind of stuff. So the 5, this is all about using your mental energy to defeat something that is challenging you, right? It's somebody else's plot and scheme against you, and you're going to be able to thwart that, okay? But it's by using your own cleverness and plotting and scheming. I'm almost surprised this isn't the Magus from the other tarot deck here. But it's the same kind of thing. And I think this card's showing this 5. It's really a beautiful card, Antique Anatomy, the 5 of Blades. I think this is showing that you're going to be successful in defeating this plot that is against you. Okay? And I think this is the confirmation. This is a good way to tie it all together. And I think that's an extension of that Art or Temperance card. You really have to temper yourself. Don't just like fly off the handle immediately and, and do something rash. But then also on the other side, the Temperance card is the mixture of the fire and the water, right? Active, passive. You don't want to be too watery and passive either. You don't want to just let them walk all over you. Let them execute their plan and just what will be, will be. But on the other side, you don't want to be too aggressive either. So there has to be the right balance, the right mixture of your responses and your energies in this. And provided that can happen, you have that strategy, maybe you have to meet with this Prince of Pentacles to get the strategy formulated, to understand what it is that you want to do and how to do it. I think that is going to be executed in such a way that you minimize any damage, you minimize any negative effects of this, and you kind of neutralize the threat, right? I mean, you use your own mental abilities, your own intellect, your own cunning and craft to put a stop to this plot against you. Okay. Now, obviously, of course, it doesn't need to be said, but this is all non-violent. It's not, no one's under attack. This seems like it's some kind of a business thing, or just some kind of a dishonesty, or some kind of a plot for them to elevate themselves in this situation. Right, so it's non-violent. I'm not advocating any kind of violence anywhere, but this is something that's going to take a lot of mental energy. Right, it's going to be an intellectual battle, and I think you're going to come out on top, provided you take into account this information, these energies. Again, I'm just the messenger. I don't really know the particular details, so hopefully, with your intuition, you can take all of this to the next level for yourself. I also encourage you to watch all of your placements. Watch your solar, lunar, and your ascendant placements in these videos, and take what resonates from each one. Put all those together, and you have your weekly reading in such a dynamic way. I think it would be extraordinarily beneficial to you to watch all of your placements, even some of the other planets. Your Venus placement, maybe even your Mercury placement would be a wise thing to do in this situation. Okay. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a look in the extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, you can become a member to the channel. The information is in the description box. I do personal private readings as well, so you can find the information for that also in the description box. This was your weekly tarot reading for January 8th through 14th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.